everybody, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, hi, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate that. So today is going to be a first impression video on two products. I think this one foundation has been out for a couple of months, but we just got it here in Canada. So this is going to be the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid. And I'm going to do a first impression on this one, but I'm also doing a first impression on the Bambi Eye Mascara by L'Oreal. This, I mean, basically, I think I have pretty much every L'Oreal mascara there is. So I was really curious to see how this one was going to work and if it's as good as the other ones. So if you're interested to see how these turned out for me, then let's get into the video. Yeah, so I'm super excited to be trying this foundation today. A couple months ago, I did a review and a first impression on the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. So this one here, and this has become my favorite foundation. This one and the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation, those are my two favorites. And the reason for that is they are a lightweight formula, but they don't settle into my fine lines, especially around my mouth here, where other foundations do. So I was so excited when I finally found it in my store. One of my friends on her channel, Hey Jess, she reviewed this one a couple of months ago, but she lives in the States and they usually get product before we do here in Canada. So as soon as I saw this one here a couple of weeks ago, I grabbed it and I knew I wanted to do my first impression on this one because it claims, so this is called the Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation. It has hyaluronic acid and collagen. So the claims on this foundation gives up to 12 hours of continuous hydration, visibly improves the look of skin, medium coverage with radiant finish. So that I really do like because I'm more of a light to medium coverage foundation person. I don't like a full coverage for myself. And so I'm just going to try and they have a little bit of tape around the lid so that it doesn't fall off and people don't tamper with it. So I'm just going to take that off. But as I'm doing that, apparently this is supposed to keep your skin hydrated, plumped, and radiant. And it comes in about 20 shades, it says. Now the hyaluronic acid is going to help plump and moisturize and soften fine lines. And the collagen that's in it, as I can get this off here, helps with the elasticity and the smoothness of your skin. And I apologize in advance. I did not have time to do my nails at all today. So this is quite early on Saturday morning. So that's why you'll see me no nail polish right now. So, okay, so now that I got all the tape off, and it comes with a pump. So I like that. That's similar to the L'Oreal one. And I have this in the shade 20 Classic Ivory. So we're going to give this a go. And then the other product that I am trying today, which I am so excited as soon as I saw it in the store. So this is L'Oreal Bambi Eyes. I haven't seen this one before, but the wand looked really interesting when I saw it on the packaging. And you know that I absolutely love pretty much any L'Oreal mascara. Absolutely love it. And then when I saw Bambi Eye, I was like, well, Bambi was my favorite movie when I was a kid. So we'll give this a try. So what I'll first do is put the foundation on, and then I'm just going to quickly do my makeup, and then I'll come back and put the mascara on. But let's give this a little shake. And first I will put primer on. So I took a shower this morning, so I exfoliated while I was in the shower, exfoliated my face, and I've put moisturizer on it. I put eye cream on, and now I'm going to go in with my primer. This is my favorite primer. This is the Maybelline Master Prime, and I have this in the Blur and Smooth number 100. I haven't tried the other ones. I think there's like 4 other ones. I'm not sure exactly, but this is the one that works best for me. And I'm just going to get my hair out of my face. And I usually just take this one. I like this one because it's like a lotion. So we're just going to put that in where my pores are, down by my chin. And then I'm just going to take a little bit more and I'll put that on my forehead. And I find this one just really sinks into my pores and does really smooth out these lines I have up on my forehead. And I'm also going to put a little bit, I always put primer under my eye as well. And when I put my concealer on, that just helps it not be as dry. Okay, so now that the primer's had time to sit in, we're going to go in with the foundation. I am so looking forward to this because if this can be a foundation that is for mature skin because I like the hydrating part of that. But then my concern with that is that hydrating sometimes has a tendency to settle into my fine lines. So I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand. And I don't know how, I'm just going to go in with a little bit. So it's quite a thick consistency, whereas this one here, that other original one, is more of a runnier one. So hopefully that works in our favor. So I think what I'll do is do this half of my face first because I have more issues on this side of my face, and we'll see how the coverage is. And I'm hoping I picked the right color. I was going by, so this one here I have in the shade, this is Classic Ivory 120, whereas this one is 20 Classic Ivory. So I was really hoping that they're similar shades. And I'm just going in with my L'Oreal sponge. Okay, so the shade looks like it's good. I'm glad. And it's blending in actually quite nicely. So yeah, it is definitely, like it says, it's a medium coverage. I always gauge my foundations by how well it covers up my sunspots. So I can still see my skin poking through, which is good. I like that actually. I don't like it when I wear a foundation. It looks like I'm wearing a mask. Okay, so I don't know if you can kind of see on the camera. So yeah, definitely more of a medium. It's covered up. I mean, I'm starting to get a little bit of redness here, but that's just because I'm getting warm in the room here. So I'll say, yeah, it's giving me a little bit of radiance. I'm not going to say a lot. And I don't know if my skin necessarily looks more hydrated, but that's the part of doing a wear test. I like to see how it's going to wear throughout the day. So I'm going to scoot you guys in a little bit and you can kind of get a closer look of it. So hopefully you can see here that it has done a little bit of, it has given me some coverage. And it's so far, it's not too bad in my fine lines yet, but we'll see how that does throughout the day. And it's, yeah, giving me some nice coverage. So I'm just going to go do the other side of my face here and I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, so I've brought you guys in like close and personal here. And you can kind of see now that I have it all blended in. I like the coverage. It actually is quite nice because I do like that lightweight medium coverage. And it's settling a little bit into my fine lines, but we'll see how that wears throughout the day. And yeah, I'm not sure if, yeah, because it says it radiant, but I'm not sure really whether that's giving me a radiant look, but we'll see. Yeah, it blended really nicely. I liked the consistency of the formulation, how it was that a pump, and it's almost like a mousse almost that you put on. So I'm going to quickly go and do the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back and I'll test out the mascara, and we'll go from there. See you in a minute. Okay, so I'm back with the rest of my makeup on. I decided to give myself a bit of a peachy look today to try and get some spring vibes going because it is definitely not spring here. We had about 30 centimeters of snowfall the other day. It's starting to melt a little bit now because it's raining, but yeah, and I mean, I know I don't have anything to complain about because the people back east are getting absolutely hammered with snow, so I feel really, really bad for them. So yeah, I as I was putting my makeup on, because I was in my bathroom doing it, and it has a little bit of a different lighting in there, but I must say I am actually really impressed how it has made my skin look. It is giving me that like a hydrated look, and I really, really like how it's that lightweight, natural looking foundation. So so far I'm impressed. Again, it's settling a little bit into my lines, but I very, very seldom find foundations that don't do that as I'm aging. That's part of the whole process. So we're going to go in with the L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara. Now, I didn't curl my lashes because I wanted this to be the full effect of the actual mascara. So I didn't curl my lashes. I normally do. But I just wanted to see how this was going to work. And so it's quite a different wand. Different than other L'Oreal mascara ones that I've tried. So we'll see. Hopefully this looks really, really promising. And I first start, this is in the shade, just give me a second, I have to see what shade I have. So this is 401 Black. So that's the one that I have. And the claims with this is it says it's supposed to make your eyes more wide open. It's an instant eye-opening volumizing mascara. It delicately curls lashes by lash to create a bigger, wide-eyed look. Long and short bristles separate the lashes by lash. And a velvety formula. So, yeah, let's give this a try. And how I usually start is I kind of wiggle the brush back and forth. I start at the base of the lash and wiggle it back and forth. And I'm going to try and get into all these little corner lashes. Those are usually the hardest ones to get. So the brush head is a little bit different. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it is making my lashes have a lot more volume, that is for sure. Okay, so that's one coat. So that's actually quite pretty. It's always so weird when you look at your eyes when you don't have mascara on and how naked your eye looks and how much putting mascara on improves them. Holy smokes. So yeah, that's actually quite nice. It's really made them quite voluminous, and that's just one coat. So let me do the other side. Yeah, that is quite pretty. I really like that. That's pretty impressive, I must say, for only one coat. That's quite impressive. So I'm just going to do my bottom lashes and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished off the mascara. I ended up putting 2 coats on the top and then I just put one on the bottom. Wasn't a big fan of the brush on my bottom lashes. I'm a little bit picky when it comes to stuff like that. It just seemed a little bit big to be doing my bottom lashes. But yeah, they almost seem a little bit clumpy almost, but yeah, we'll live with it. And then I always have these silly lashes in the very corner that go down, so it's hard I've always had issues trying to get mascara right in the very corner of my eyes, and it's really fun when I try and wear false eyelashes. It's just a pain in the butt. So overall, I do like the mascara. I think it made really nice, just gave me some really good volume for my lashes. So we'll see how that goes. So just to recap a little bit, if you've never seen like a first impression video of mine before, so what I usually do is I put the product on. When it comes to testing a foundation, the first things I look at, which I mentioned a little bit earlier, is whether it starts kind of breaking down on my face, in the areas that it may start breaking down, and then also if it starts really settling into my fine lines. There's been some foundations where, like, by the end of the night, it is just horrible. Like, it's just settled so much into my creases and stuff. So that's kind of what I do with the foundation. And then mascara, I always try and test it out, you know, by the end of the night when you're getting ready for bed and you go into wash your face. And there's been times where I've just kind of jumped back and I've looked and I'm like, why did nobody tell me what I look like? Like, seriously, guys, it was like I had flakes of mascara on my, it's like horrible. So what I try and do with the mascara is I try and see when it starts deteriorating. And by that, I mean, when does it start flaking? If it does start flaking, awesome. If it doesn't, I only have a very few mascaras that actually will last my whole day without flaking. It's pretty impressive because I have my makeup on for quite a long time throughout the day. That's usually, I'm going to say, I get ready, well, I'm probably getting ready about 4:30 in the morning, and by the time I'm going to bed, it's about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. So that's a long time to have my mascara on and not to flake. So we'll see if this one does that. And I also just see if it starts like smudging. You know how sometimes you'll get the smudging under your eyes and that sort of thing. So those are kind of how I gauge things. I didn't put a lot of makeup on today just because I wanted the focus to be on the foundation. So I mean, I just put a little bit of bronzer and blush and stuff, but you can still see my skin poking through. So I really, really like that. And yeah, so it is officially right now, if you can see my phone, I mean, see the time. It is 9:22 Saturday morning. So I'm going to try and have this on between 10 and 12 hours. I think that's a pretty good judge of how a foundation is going to work. And I'll do a check-in at that time. I don't think I'll do like a midway check-in. I don't think I'm going to have time. I'm out doing like a bunch of stuff today, errands and all that sort of stuff. So, but I definitely will do like an end-of-day check-in, and I think that gives you guys a good gauge of how well it worked. And yeah, so up until that time, guys, I will see you a little later on. Okay, hi guys. It is now my final check-in, but it is officially 8:53 on a Saturday night. So I have had this on for approximately 12 hours. So first with the foundation, my final results with the foundation is I'm surprisingly quite impressed. It has sort of deteriorated around my cheek area. Here, why don't I bring you in? I'm just going to bring you in a little bit closer so you can take a closer look. I'm just going to kind of look in my viewfinder here where I can kind of see it a little bit better what I'm showing you. So in this area here, on both sides, it is has come away a little bit from my cheek area, and then a little bit on my forehead. But overall, it's held up pretty good for I'm going to say for 12 hours. This is actually quite impressive. It's settled into my lines in here. You can kind of see in here, in there. But really, that happens pretty much with every foundation. More with some of my other ones. It'll be really pronounced by the end of the night. It'll be really badly creased in those areas there. But and then just a little bit, this is my fault around my nose area, just because I've had to blow my nose and stuff throughout the day. I was really trying not to touch my face. Sometimes it's hard not to do that, but I really made a conscious effort today to not touch my face. So, but yeah, I think I really liked how the consistency, how that it went on. It blended really well. So yeah, I'm gonna say this definitely gets a plus for me. And then to go in with the mascara, so hopefully you can kind of see, as much as I wasn't very impressed with the mascara at the beginning, because I don't really like how it's made my bottom lashes kind of clumpy, but the biggest thing is it is not flaking. So this is 12 hours and it has not done any flaking whatsoever. So that is really, really good for a mascara. I really like that. So I'm just going to scoot you back out now. Yeah, so for both products, so for the foundation and then the mascara, I'm going to give them both a thumbs up. I'm going to be definitely using the foundation more. Whenever I do a first impression video, again, it is a first impression, and I always let you guys know when I use it later on how I'm liking it. But for now, I'm saying, yeah, definitely. It's not really, sometimes I'll get really like it accentuating my fine lines. I can see my fine lines a little bit, where my crow's feet are, but not too bad. The color has stayed very true to what I put on this morning. And the only other place I can see a little bit is just kind of around my nose area here. I can see it's starting to get, I don't know, a little bit faded in this area here. But yeah, overall, I think it did really well. And for a drugstore foundation, I think that's really good. So definitely we'll be using both again. The only thing I may do with the mascara is because I liked it how it did a really nice job on my top lashes, but I'd probably just use one of my other mascaras that I like on my bottom lashes, and something that maybe has like a smaller brush head. But yeah, that's the only thing that I'll probably do. But yeah, you can see that it hasn't done any flaking. There's no smudging. So yeah, that's an excellent mascara. And I think my skin still does look hydrated. It was nice in the natural light today that I could see it a little bit better. I always like to go into natural light because I think that's a really good judge of how your makeup looks instead of these, studio lights I have going on here. But the natural light really made it look really nice. And my skin actually feels like really soft. So I don't know if that's the hyaluronic acid in it. It could be. So I really liked how it does keep me looking hydrated, like it says, if that's one of the claims. So I would really highly recommend, if you do have more mature skin, I think this would be a really good product to try. So I hope you enjoyed this video of my first impression of the foundation and the mascara. If you enjoy this sort of content, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and become a little part of my world here on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That just helps my video again and my channel grow. I really did enjoy doing this. I love doing first impressions because, again, I like testing a product for the first time in front of you guys. and just giving you my honest opinion of whether it was good or bad. Or so yeah, I think this was a really good, both of them were really good choices. So before I head out, there's always going to be a couple of videos over here that you can watch if you haven't seen them yet. I would love for you to check those out. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!